The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go now. 45. The ending. 45. 22. Jets, cover. 22.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's complete. Hooper. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try good by Gano, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call a moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jameis to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Winston looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, it's Rodriguez. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's Samuel, caught left side.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got to step it up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train? And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jameis again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down now, it's Rodriguez. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Winston now. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Winston, and that's complete. It's Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Easy. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing, Winston, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, boy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, Barber. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run on first down. Rodriguez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Jackson now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check nickel.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set, ready. 6 yards. 54. Mike, 54. Come on, the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Samuel. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down now, it's Rodriguez. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 27, Winston. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being bumped.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
45.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Carolina, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10 and 2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, not much more to say. They dropped a 1.
I'ma tell you I'm a